When you go, Eamon, into extra time, and the first half of extra time, well, Croatia, I don't know whether you felt they took a breather, but England had a bit of momentum behind them, and they could have got their noses in front. Stones.
Yeah, Stones, again, set piece, well organised. And Veselka, the guy who crossed it for Croatia's equaliser, saves this on the line. Number 2, it's a great header. It could have been another set-piece goal. And there's the man who made the equalising goal on the line.
That was very intelligent defending, because he wasn't actually on the line. It was when he saw Stones winning the ball, he got himself back on the line to gave his goalkeeper that cover, and that was, well, it was defining, wasn't it? You know,
it was some display from him. He wasn't even a certainty to start tonight because he had an injury.
Lazarus, I think his middle name is, Dara.
Maybe it was his confirmation name, but certainly he'll be called that after this evening. Let's look, Liam, at the winner, a very famous goal in the history of Croatian football from a very famous player.
As Damien said, Walker a little bit culpable here, didn't really get a good clearance away as it comes in, and Stones goes asleep here. He's not aware where Mandzukic is, and he nips in behind him. Now Stones is actually going to blame. He's going to blame Maguire for not telling him. But it's a mix-up between the two of them. They thought they cleared the ball, they switched off, and Mandzukic nicks in behind, and you know he'll put those away all day. He's been a top goal scorer down through the years, and that guy Mandzukic, for what he's given the game. Across European clubs and for his country, deserves to play in the final. But nobody more than Luka Modric deserves to play in a World Cup final. I'm thrilled for him, thrilled for this guy as well. They deserved it, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, the questions around England were around that back three, and all of them looked uncomfortable tonight.
They were never under any real pressure in the other games. I think I made the point before the match that Pickford had come to their rescue a couple of times, you know, against Sweden, balls into the box. They didn't defend them well, and Sweden got good finishes on them, but Pickford saved the day. So I think there were questions going into this match whether they could actually handle a good team like Croatia, and in the end they couldn't.
And as well, I suppose, with so many young players, like it is a positive for all these guys, the young players coming in for the future.
You opened the programme by asking a question. Is this the first test they've had? And the answer was, it's the first serious test. And they failed it. And they failed it pretty miserably. That's the truth. But no, to a good team. Liam in particular deserves the credit. Liam has stuck with them all through the tournament and seen the quality they have on the bench, on the park, playing for big clubs. And it was experience, ability, and actually character.
Well, I suppose
I would say I was very wrong about that. I thought the English character would flourish. Harry Kane tonight was very anonymous. You know, he's the captain.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And like, I suppose, you know, when you look at the English team sheet, like the majority of that starting 11, they've won big trophies, but they're playing Champions League football. And I know they're younger in age than the Croatian guys.
But World Cup final, Dara, is about temperament, isn't it? And it's about holding your nerve. And they couldn't do it, and they fell back. They tried to defend their lead when they showed they were actually very confident in that first half. And when they got the goal, they were going for a second goal. But when half-time came, they came out and just dropped deeper and deeper and deeper. And depended upon the defending of the three centre-backs, and in the end they were found out.
Invited pressure onto their weakness, really. And in behind Henderson, Modric was superb, you know, and Perisic. They really played. They were such good footballers that they could play around the single holding midfield player there was.
Yeah, OK.